Hey guys, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Doors.
It's time to open some doors. So, this is our first podcast. The best way to explain this is that me and my buddy, Zachary and Nicholas, we have been wanting to start something like this for a while now, and we came up with this acronym for DOORS, spelled a little bit differently than you could expect. It's DOOORS, which means the development of our own success. I definitely messed that up.
Doors with the three O's. It's going to be developers of our own opportunities through reinforcing success.
Yes.
This is the only podcast you're going to find where we're explaining not only ways to better your life, but also ways to raise your awareness and the awareness of those around you. This isn't going to be no solicitation. We're not going to ask you for money, anything like that. This is strictly coming from the heart, and this is just something we love to do.
Yeah. We've been on a really big, long journey that has been really reinforced by just the understanding that our goal is to always become a better individual. And no matter how hard that path is, we want to be able to relate to others and show others that this is a path worth following. And that is one of our goals for this. So what we want our podcast to be is a place for people to come and understand that there's always a place to grow in an individual's life, whether it be in personal, business, whatever it may be.
Financial, whether it's your mental stability, whether it's your fitness level, whether it's just losing 5 to 10 pounds. We want to help you do that. I think a quick introduction would be good, just to kind of fill you in on what I do and kind of what he does. My name is Zachary. I'm 26 years old. I'm a graduate from Austin Peay State University. So is he. We both hold bachelor's degrees. This one's in grad school, so he's going on up.
I just started teaching there too, but I'll let you finish that.
So just to kind of finish up my introduction, I'm a very driven kinesiology-based individual, which just means I love to understand how the human body grows and develops. It's something I've been doing a long time, since I was probably 13, 14 years old. I have a lot of history in taking on roles in pain management, logistics, fitness, and operations management. So I have a pretty good understanding of a bunch of different fields. I'm going to let Nicholas finish up with his introduction.
So my name is Nicholas Sternloff. I am 23 years old. Just like he said, I am a graduate of Austin Peay State University. My major in undergraduate was public relations with a minor in event planning. But I will tell you, I'm a horrible planner. But I am getting better, and that's one of the things I've been working on. But recently, I became the assistant manager of the local Panda Express here, and that's been going pretty well for me. And I just started my graduate studies at Austin Peay under media management, as well as teaching public speaking to mostly freshmen and sophomores of Austin Peay State University. And that's been a blessing in itself. One of the things that I really have been striving to be better at is become a better public speaker. I love presenting. I love being in front of people. It's one of the things that we both had. We both were cheerleaders for a very long time. And being in front of a crowd and being able to just entertain an audience is something that I find a lot of pleasure in, and find it builds my rambunctiousness.
Burns a fire.
It burns a fire in my heart.
Yes.
So that's mostly my background. I did gymnastics for 16 years. I did cheer for 7. I've been all across the country for working with cheerleading. My goal is to eventually lead to a point where I can speak in front of a whole bunch of others, and that's one of my goals for this podcast, is to get in front of y'all and be able to speak and grow my repertoire for all this.
Yeah, I think that's something we both kind of share. We both love public speaking, and we both love to help people. I think that's the biggest thing, is just coming from a place of serving.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to get into kind of talking about influence on this first podcast here. The Webster Dictionary defines influence as the capacity or power of persons or things to be a compelling force, or to produce those effects or actions, behaviors on others. So pretty much what's that saying is you have the ability to influence not only the people around you, but yourself as well. So then it can be said that, you have that influence. You can take something you can tell it to someone else, and you are creating something inside of them. So when you go in and you're talking to someone, or you're giving someone advice, really think about, okay, is this going to serve them? Is this going to give them what they're looking for? And if it doesn't, probably shouldn't be giving advice.
I'd say, especially onto one of those points, talking about influences. I have a whole bunch of different things we'll get into about what that influence us, but a really great topic is the factor of how you can influence others. Because I mean, we can talk and speak about all the things that make us great, or can help others in doing different things by allowing them to give them information or knowledge or a new way of thinking, but having the integrity to understand that you're still following those guidelines yourself that you're giving out. You have to make sure. That's one of the things that I've struggled with in the past, is giving out information that I haven't fully found or used truly to myself. And becoming a better person, or allowing others to be influenced by you, or along those guidelines. You have to hold yourself to a standard that understands that what you're saying is also held to yours.
And one of the things that I've really, I've looked at, because I've worked with doctors, I've worked with lawyers, I've seen bums on the street. And I can tell you that just because you have a great financial wealth does not mean you're going to be happy.
Yeah.
There's a quote that says, there is no way to love and happiness. Love and happiness is the way. And if we continue to bring our own enthusiasm and different energies to different situations in that area, if you come from a place of gratitude, you will bring a higher level of energy. Now, if you're one of those pessimistic people who, unfortunately, I call them energy drainers. It's almost like they suck the energy out of you. It's, I don't want to do this, or let's try this tomorrow, or I don't think I can't do that. You need to delete those words completely. You need to 100% have faith in what you do and know that you can do those things.
One of the things that Panda has taught me through my training and guidelines as growing into a manager is a great point of view, is that there is no hoping or wishing. It's making actions that eventually lead to that goal that you have.
Exactly. Having intention to do something,
Yeah.
and realizing that intention will go so much higher than just hoping. When you hope for something, you are literally just saying, oh, well, there's a shooting star. I'm just going to wish upon it and hope it happens.
Yeah.
Intention is one of those things where you said, okay, this is what I want. This is how I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
And you put all your intention into going and get that.
You lay it all on the table.
100%.
And I think that our intentions for this is really based upon the fact not only that we want others to understand exactly the process that we're going through and the development that we're going to be going through. I really am excited. We've been excited about this because we talk about constantly growing all the time. And this is a way to put it out there and actually...
Something people probably get sick of, but
Yes.
It's just something we love and we're passionate about.
But putting it out there and allowing others to see that we're on a real journey to growing ourselves, becoming more successful individuals. And it's taken a lot of time and a lot of procrastination on my part, definitely. But I hope that you guys will take some of this information and really grow with us, and not just sit on and watch. That's the whole goal of this is complete interaction, process of us giving you information and us following this information as well that we're giving, in a process that eventually leads all of us to a more successful life.
And my perspective on that as well is, we really want to provide that average person who's kind of like, I want to grow, but I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do it. We've all been to that place where, we kind of feel like you can't come back from, or you're just so in over your head.
Yeah.
You just don't know what to do. And this is what this podcast is going to center around. It's going to be real life situations. It's not going to be anything like, that you hear on the radio, or you see on TV that you're just like, oh, that's bullcrap. That can't happen. And one of the things that him and I we've both discussed is we want to help you grow, and not just help you grow, but we want you to watch us grow as well, because that's what a movement's about. It's about helping and serving.
Yeah. One of the great things that like that goes most of over our intentions that we have moving forward with this podcast. Some of the things that really have influenced me in this way of thinking, like I've always been a very high energetic, like sociable
Very
person,
enthusiastic.
very
Yes.
enthusiastic. I've been considered really weird by a lot of people, but then
Me included.
Yes, when I first met him and the rest of the cheer team back at in 2016 in Austin P 15 in Austin P, I was just being me. I was just out there just being a goofball, but it took them a while to realize that's wholeheartedly who I am.
And honestly, you've helped me along that journey too.
Yeah.
You know, I was a very quiet, introverted person. Like I always kept my thoughts to myself, and you know that was something I realized is that you have to be you, and if you have a voice, you really have to let it shine.
Yeah.
You don't hide it. You know, and people are gonna think you're weird. People are gonna think you're crazy.
Yeah.
But it's something that we all go through, and if you're really on this adventure of self-discovery, kind of like we are,
Yeah.
you just have to voice yourself and let your light shine.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I got recently told that one of my talents is that I'm really talented at making people feel special, and like I'm so enthusiastic about understanding that people don't just fit these normal molds of stereotypes or characteristics and different things. Is that you are you, completely you, and that you could fit different molds and different things, but there's not a single other you that has ever been or ever will be. And understanding that and understanding the decisions you can make because of that and the growth and the experiences you can learn from because of it is surmount. And like, there's not one of us that is watching or is here in this room today that hasn't gone through a crazy amount of shit in their life. And allowing yourself to understand that you are you because of that, and that you've grown because of that, and the process you continue to grow because of that is exactly why we created this.
And going on that viewpoint, I mean, think about it, that you were created, like, out of every possible DNA collection. I don't know, what do you got, 40 billion different
You're the
cells
one
in your
lucky
body?
sperm.
You made it. Think about that for a second. And I mean, really,
Yeah.
think about that for a second. Think about how, not only that, but think about how deep inside, like you listen to like really good music, and
Yeah.
you get these chills up your spine. What do you think that is? That's something speaking out to you.
Yeah.
You know, and I really hope that you guys you take this with a grain of salt, because it's something that you have to pull what you like about it, and you have to make it your own. So my hope for our viewers is that it gives you a little bit of clarity in life. Just knowing that you're not alone, and the men of the Doors, we'll always be here for you guys, and if y'all need anything,
Yeah.
shout us out.
I really hope that eventually, I know this is just our first podcast, and we will probably have maybe 5-10 views,
Yep,
and
at most.
2 of them will be us. But
1,000 times.
this is the start of a really great process that we've been really excited about for a while, and it's something that we are really, really passionate about. And I hope that not only we can grow, but you can grow with us, and that throughout this process that we can become really great friends and continue to grow as a community and become the best individuals that we can be the best you that you can be.
And
I'll leave you with something I saw by Gary Vaynerchuk on his Instagram page recently. That is that the other day no matter how good I'm doing, let me tell you this. So I'm an assistant manager at Panda Express, working 40 hours a week. I teach at Austin P 6 hours a week as well, on top of office hours. And I'm doing graduate school as well as trying to hold a social life and get my homework done. And that can be a lot. But at the same time, I feel like I need to be doing more. I feel like I needed something. I needed to keep growing. And like, this is a great step forward. But Gary Vaynerchuk posted on his social media, you're not lost. You're just at the beginning of your process. Don't forget that having an end goal in sight and wanting to pursue that and wanting to wholeheartedly achieve that goal is going to take sacrifice. It's going to take hardship. It's going to take a lot of work and effort, but if it's something that you're truly passionate about and something that you can feel in here,
That's what
this
matters.
little heart right here.
Yeah,
That was
what
a really
matters.
good heart. You got to go for it.
You have to. And just remember, you were born to live your true potential. You know, whatever's holding you back, it's an obstacle. It's not something that you're being kicked down. It's not something that's going to hold you down. Just remember, at times when you feel the most despair, tell yourself, even this too will pass. And let's open some doors, guys.
Let's open some doors.
We got it.